Symbolism, humanity's first attempt at conveying ideas to each other. Communication. And yeah, language is rooted in symbolism, and that's because every sound represents something. And for what it's worth, a letter or a number is just a symbol. And yeah, if you like to go down that road, body and hand gestures could be considered symbols because they were used to communicate some kind of complex ideas like, bring me my food, woman. And that is known as the gesture first theory. And yep, the gesture first theory has more to do with the beginnings of language than just the beginnings of symbolism. But there are several theories out there regarding symbolism, and we'll get to them right after we define how you and I are going to define what symbolism is. And that definition is, as you expect, a bit complicated, because the dictionary made it complicated. Truth is, symbolism can be complicated. But fuck me, for right now, let's just say symbolism is nothing more than using a symbol to represent an idea, like the peace sign. Which brings us right back to the theories of symbolism, and there's a shitload of them. And that is because symbolism is evident in literature, psychology, linguistics, anthropology, and religion. Now I have to backtrack here and explain to you what the difference is between symbolism and iconography. And yep, my fleeting friends, there is a difference. And I'll be honest with you right up front. Have fun with figuring out that difference. Symbolism is just that, a symbol that represents a specific meaning, like the peace sign or a heart for love. Iconography looks beyond the symbol for a deeper meaning, like Jesus suffering on the cross. And like I said, have fun with that. And being humans, we've divided symbolism into two distinct categories, universal and contextual. Universal means that the symbol is the same across culture and time. Contextual means that you have to be aware of the environment around the symbol's use, like the story that's being told of the piece of art that you happen to be staring at. Now, of course, categories alone ain't enough to confuse you, so people had to come up with a shitload of different types of symbolism within each category. Types like objective or color symbolism, along with animal and natural symbolism, and yeah, there's even character symbolism. Then there's metaphors like time is money, or an allegory, where an entire story is symbolic of something more than the story being told. Examples of object symbolism could be the dove that represents peace, or for color symbolism, red could reflect anger, or for animal symbolism, well, we have the lion for courage. And perhaps now is a good time to ask, why? Why not just say what you want to say instead of using a damn symbol? Well, the answer is that using symbols is a shortcut, and not due to laziness as a lazy person might believe. Think of danger signs and stoplights, navigational aids on maps, and we use them because, believe it or not, our brains process symbols a hell of a lot faster than the written word. Symbols also serve as a bridge between something that's tangible and something that isn't. For instance, how would you define a new thought? And yeah, a thought is something that's intangible, and if you want to explain that, you have a new idea without words. Well, there's the old light bulb for that. And if you're thinking religion uses a shitload of symbology, well, you're right. So much so that symbolism is considered the language of religion, from statues to prayer beads with cathedrals thrown in, all symbols of the beliefs they represent. With that said, we should ask, even though we kind of know why is any of this important? And it's important in our lives because symbolism adds flavor and context to ideas. It makes abstract ideas somewhat tangible, and symbolism offers up much more deeper meanings than mere words. And perhaps the symbolist movement of the late 19th century explained it best. That movement sought to represent absolute truth in art and literature. And when it comes to absolute truth, well, I think absolute truth is kind of a symbol all by itself. A different kind of symbol, but still a symbol. Just a symbol that no one really knows how to decipher. Oofta. This was a fun video to do. It took me a little while to get the difference between symbolism and iconography, but yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Just one of those topics I wanted to learn a little bit more about. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to think about anything other than what's happening 60 miles down the road from me in Minneapolis. I mean, that just shouldn't happen here. But I, I do that shit elsewhere, not here. So, you know what? Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Peace out, man.